Nerd is the new sexy.
Since the dawn of time, man has always wanted to communicate with each other, but there is one universal language that spans history, and that is mathematics. Welcome to Nerd is the New Sexy, episode 28. We'll be talking about all things mathematics today. Sunrie actually brought it up, and Wyld is here with us, but Sunrie brought it up tonight. What are we talking about, Sunrie?
Well, a couple of interesting subjects. One that broke today, one that broke, I believe, yesterday. First off, one of the most exciting ones is a massive breakthrough towards the use of quantum computing. Schrodinger's Cat 2.0, as people are calling it, and a way to make random number generators on a computer actually random.
Randomizing.
Random.
This is huge. I mean, I really want to jump right into the random computerized numbers because that's something that I've had a lot of experience with. I know Sunrie's had a lot of experience with it as well. For the nerds out there that don't know, anytime you do any kind of when was the first game? I think the first time I ever played it was remember the computers before computers were really, really good, but they had like those random games where you could like roll dice basically, but it was like a random generator dice.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Those things were the first spot where I noticed the problem with random generators when it comes to mathematics and computer programs, and that is on a D6, a six-sided dice. For those of you who are not that nerdy, if you're supposed to roll each number 1 out of 6 times, and you will. That doesn't mean you're gonna like that. That doesn't mean you're never. That doesn't necessarily mean you will, but on a computer program, I promise you, if you roll 600 times, you will get an equal number of outcomes for 1 through 6.
Yeah.
Exactly. On a computer program. However, in real life, when you roll that dice, it's not going to be as equal. It's going to be pretty close, but it's not going to be as equal as a computer. The computer almost always balances out in the long run. Almost always.
Yeah, and it will tend to favor certain outcomes more often than not in a group. I first noticed this when I was playing a computer Keno, and when I went to Vegas for the first time and I was visiting my sister, and I ended up, after finding the pattern on it, bet across 4 cards, max bet, $1 across each one, hit 4 numbers, walked away from $20 with $600.
I've actually witnessed this fuckstick do this. Not this instance, but he went in and like put $5 in, won $100, and we drank all day because of it. It was fucking amazing.
It's not foolproof. The goal to doing this is 1, a better chance to hit the numbers, and 2, to sit there and on $5, especially if you can find the ones that allow you to play dimes or nickels off of that, and drink $50 worth of alcohol because they keep serving you because you're sitting there playing.
Yeah.
I showed this to my father when we went over to Reno. We went over to an awesome place called Gillies, which is fun as hell over there in the Nugget. And he gave me $10 because I didn't have any cash on me. I said, well, I'll just buy food and I'll buy drinks when we get into the actual club and stuff like that, because we're waiting on my brother, who you guys remember from the Rocky episode, P-Rock.
Yeah.
Waiting on him and his fiance to come out. And so we're sitting there and he gives me $10, 2 $5 bills. I put in $5, and for 3 hours I played on $5. And I was so trashed by the time I got up. And my dad's just like, how are you still playing? He goes, you still have your $10? I said, well, I actually still have $5, and I'm actually up to $9 right now. He goes, what the hell? So I explained it to him, and he goes, that doesn't make any sense. I said, well, it shouldn't make sense, but because it's a computer, it cannot actually generate random numbers. You will actually start to see in blocks a pattern where it will start to pick certain numbers more often than not. I said, that's how I've gotten so much money. My father, after putting in $10, walked away with $15 and sat there for 3 hours drinking with me and my brother and his fiance before we even got to the club. So we got primed off of $10 and then went and partied. It shouldn't work that way. And this is actually, and Gambit was talking about this, people broke online poker because of this.
Yeah. And that's
absolutely ruined.
So basically, the way online poker works with the generator is this. I don't have a whole lot of time to get into actually how poker works. If you don't understand poker, I might lose you. Texas Hold'em especially. Now, Texas Hold'em tournaments, you're usually sitting on a 9-person or 10-person table, depending on which site you're running. I used to run Ultimate Bet. As a matter of fact, I'm a very mathematical guy. I actually have a degree from college in statistical analysis. I love statistics. I love mathematics.
Nerd!
But what... Right, nerd. One of the biggest things about poker is that you can know statistically when you are 100% to win. It's the only game in the casino where you will have a 100% chance to win said hand. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get too much into poker. I want to stay just on the computer side of it. Basically, it went like this. I used to play on Ultimate Bet all the time, and the best thing that Ultimate Bet did one day was a card tracking system. So it allowed you to see the hand you played and if you won. It also allowed you to see if you would have won should you have not played. So there's sometimes you play in poker and you see something like really terrible, like 7 deuce, which is mathematically the worst starting hand in Texas Hold'em. So most people fold that hand, but then the hand plays out and you're like, holy shit, I would have hit a full house, or I would have hit 4 of a kind, or whatever you would have hit, or a 4 card straight, whatever. And now you're like, I would have won that hand. That happens all the time in poker. Now, the way the computer program works with Texas Hold'em and how people broke it, especially myself, is that mathematically speaking, because the computer generator and the random generator runs off the same pattern that the Keno ones do and the dice ones and all that stuff, it basically runs that if you're playing on a 10-person poker table, your seat should win 1 of every 12 hands. Now, that does not mean you will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I win. It means that if you played 36 hands, you have won 3 of them. Period. You will. It's just a fact. So with the card tracker, if you've noticed you've played 60 hands and you haven't won 1 yet, and you wouldn't have won if you had played, it doesn't matter what your cards are at that point. It doesn't matter if you see 7 deuce, the worst starting hand. Play that motherfucker, because you're about to go on a monster rush. The other problem that people were having with online poker especially was the fact that you can play Texas Hold'em for a lifetime. You could play any kind of poker for a lifetime and never see a royal flush, because the math on it is, I believe it's 1 in every like 500,000 hands or something like that. Or it's an astronomical number when a royal flush actually hits. But for a computer,
it's actually is a theory. And basically, there are so many possible card combinations that you can play your entire life, and every time someone shuffles that hand, you are guaranteed to have a different hand, a different outcome than you have ever had before in your life.
Yeah,
exactly. But with Texas Hold'em, the computer program, you will get every one for. So if you're supposed to hit a pair 1 in every 20 hands, you're gonna hit a pair all the time. Mm-hmm. So people broke the system with that. People would just like people like myself would just win all the time. People were like, "Why would you play shitty hands? Really shitty hands?" Like a lot of times, I would do like videos and stuff. I still think I have a couple on YouTube actually. I'll put them on our website for you guys. But I had a few videos where like people would ask me, like people would watch me play, and they're like, "Why are you playing 8-4? That's a really shitty hand." It's like, "Well, I haven't won a hand in 50 hands. And all I'm doing is calling." And it's like, "Oh look, I just flopped a straight."
And that's basically because of the algorithm of the program.
Yeah, it's because of the algorithm in the program. See, the computer is limited. Now, there are a bunch of variables that go into the programming and everything like that, and I know there's a lot more, program savvy people out there who could explain it a lot better than we can. But basically, what it is the computer is working within the confines of an algorithm, and within that algorithm, it says certain things are supposed to happen. So what happens is the computer says, okay, well then I need to do this. I need to do this. The computer's not looking at it going, well, 16's come up too many times. I need to pick something different than a 16. It might still keep picking 16 because it's within that limited randomness that it's been given.
The programming.
Right. So that algorithm's working correctly. Now, the issue that they are working around now is, which sucks for people like me and sucks for people like Gambit who pick out patterns and stuff like that, is now they are able to use very, 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 and this is a quote, and I believe that's how many varies were in it, small changes in the environment to change the randomness. Now, people say environment, what, like the temperature outside? No.
No, it's like if your wife queefs, it changes everything, yeah.
No, it means the computer environment. So if your mouse is in one particular place and the last key you pushed was one thing, and the change into the color of the background was this one specific thing, and it's this time, and it's this many seconds, and this many microseconds, and you've got this much information on your computer, and this is the background on your computer, and these are the numbers that in text are on your computer, it will change the randomness and the way it encrypts and produces a random number based on all that. So you move your mouse even slightly, you cannot predict the next set of numbers in any given amount of time. And because those numbers that you're looking at have changed, even if you don't move your mouse, that now changes the randomness because those numbers are different. This is revolutionary.
It's everything's a factor from what I'm hearing. I'm not a math guy like these two are. Like I'm good with a bunch of other stuff, but these guys know math, and from what I'm hearing, like if everything's a factor, it's almost infinite possibilities.
Well, Gambit's definitely more of a math guy than me. I understand patterns and the theorems, but Gambit definitely has the numbers on me.
Yeah, no, I mean, for the nerds out there, I mean, I know we talk comic books and video games a lot of times, but my actual book smart education is actually that I am a college educated man. I like I said, I studied statistical analysis. I got my 2-year degree in that, and then I actually also studied spatial mathematics, which we'll get into later. Yes. But the thing about the thing about this random generator, to break it down for those people who don't understand math and patterns, is a very simple term for this, and just how revolutionary this is slot machines. Okay, slot machines. Slot machines use the same number generator as poker, as Keno, as all these other mathematical computers, and they can set the program. So when you hear somebody a place like in Vegas who go, "We have the loosest slots in town," people are like, "What the hell does a loose slot mean?" What that means is they set the number to be lower on the account of number of spins. So basically, a slot machine works like this: if I'm the computer programmer and the casino comes up to me and goes, "I don't want anybody to ever fucking win on this machine," then I'm gonna go, "Okay, I'm gonna set my computer program, and I'm gonna be like, 1 for every 1 million spins, it'll hit the 777. Now that 1 millionth spin could be the first time, it could be the 1 millionth time, but it will take 1 million spins for it to finally pay out. Now, so that's what people like just really don't understand about slot machines. Is why I don't even touch slot machines, and occasionally I will, like especially if I see somebody playing on a slot machine for like 3 hours, especially if I'm in like
gotta be a
room.
payout.
I
understand
on
that.
Yeah, throw a couple
exactly,
in, and you hit it.
Throw a couple dollars and you hit it and you walk away. Like, and there's so many stories of people like that. Man, I was playing a machine for an hour and I get up and I walk away. A little old lady sits down, puts in $20 and hits the fucking next spin. It's like, well,
fuck
yeah,
that
because
little
you
lady.
just
I'm gonna mug her.
Yeah, because you just used up all the spins, and she knew that. Like it's something that's always been known in the math community. Yep. So to have this new computer program that takes in everything into account. Now, granted, this is kind of a moot point for poker because poker has been fucking banned because of Vegas. Thank you, Vegas. I mean, it's a sad reality, and I don't want to get too political, but that's really what it was. I mean, really, what happened was that Vegas poker saw a 9% drop in profit margins for poker when online gambling happened.
Yeah.
And they were like, and 9% doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when it's 9% of $1 billion, it's a lot of fucking money. So they're like, we're not happy with this. So they lobbied and they made it illegal. And then people were also worried about like other things that are super political. I don't want to tangent too much, but so this computer program it blows my mind. It boggles my mind to see if it's real. I can't wait to play around with it to see how truly random it is, because like I've always said, if I could be the man, I wish I was a better computer programmer. I wish I was better at writing code, because I thought I always could write a computer program that would truly be random, you know.
Yeah,
but,
and you know, to make it easier for anybody else to understand, it's like kind of falling around and saying like I kind of get it. If anybody who's ever played the old school RPGs where within so many steps you're supposed to encounter an enemy and you might not, or you know, or fucking let's use RPG drop rates,
randomization,
yeah, or drop rates like Diablo or fucking Destiny. Fuck you, Bungie. I had to bring that up. You know, where you got those, well, holy shit, why did 3 people get legendary and I got a rock? Well, it's because the game decided, okay, I'm going to release it now. It's that.
It's the random generator,
the number rolled. It said, oh, it's higher than this. Okay, I can select from this. And 1 in 30. Yeah, 29 other people haven't gotten it, so I'm going to give it to you.
Yep.
That's what it is.
They rolled a 20 and you rolled like a 2.
Yeah.
I got a rock.
And
I got a rock.
Get the rock.
And that's another, just for us nerds out there who don't gamble, because I mean we're talking a lot about poker and we're talking a lot about Keno and online games and stuff like that, but it really will affect gaming. It really will affect like how random, like and how just personal experience. Like when we play a game, it's like when we play a game, at the end of the day, everybody can experience the same thing, but if the computer has this truly random generator, oh my sweet baby Jesus!
It won't just affect drops; it'll affect everything as far as monsters, you know, everything.
Yes,
so you can walk around. Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. Think about games like Metal Gear or Crisis. Not so much
Pokemon
anymore. Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, you're supposed to encounter a certain enemy. So every so many fights, you know that you're gonna get into a certain counter, or you know that the guard is going. Let's say it's those quote unquote random walking NPCs that have a random path they're allowed to walk. you can guarantee that at some point they're going to walk every spot they're supposed to instead of all of a sudden just turning around and walking a different direction. You know they're going to hit certain spots no matter what, and you just wait. With this change, those guards will randomize the patrol. They might walk and just for no reason turn around and be like, what the hell?
Yep.
Like a real cop, like a real cop randomizes his patrol. Tuesday, he goes and he drives through every neighborhood front to back. And then all of a sudden on Wednesday, he drives and starts to go in, and then just all of a sudden turns around, leaves. 10 seconds later, comes back, drives all the way to the end, drives all the way to the middle, stops, and then goes to the right, and then turns around and goes right back to the back. And you're like, what the hell is he doing? Well, he doesn't want you to know what he's doing. He's acting random. Yep. That's the point.
That's the point.
And that is what games are going to be able to start doing.
And I think we're going to see a lot of this in MMOs and stuff like that.
That is fucking huge. Yes, MMOs.
No, it's well, like the real first time I should actually back this up because poker wasn't the first time I experienced it. Was Pokemon, and I brought up Pokemon. You know, Mew in Red and Blue.
Be the very best.
The very best.
Every time
but no,
Pokemon, I gotta sing.
But you know, in Pokemon Red and Blue, everybody was like, "Oh, there's 150 Pokemon." There was 151. Yeah. You know, because there was Mew, and he was a random drop, and it was supposed to be like one out of every. I think it was like 1,000 battles in a certain area. Yeah. Well, I'll never forget. I went to school. I was in 7th grade when Pokemon first came out. I'm showing my age a little bit, but I was in 7th grade, and all my friends were geeking out, and I was like, "Guys, check this out! This Pokemon's on the poster." And this is before Google or internet, so we didn't have the opportunity to go online. And they're like, "Where the hell did you find that?" I was like, "Well, he's in this one area." My friends played their game for hours. I mean, days.
Doesn't exist.
And they're like, "It doesn't exist. This is bullshit. How'd this work?" And it's just my version of Pokemon Red because I got Pokemon Red when it first came out, not Blue. Yeah. So like Red. I feel like we're gonna get a game war started here. But that's the thing. That's the random generator is for whatever reason, because the random generator, my Pokemon Red copy, that was the one time that was supposed to hit, and it happened on my first encounter with it, and I was like, holy shit. And then I got really lucky that I happened to just have a fucking Pokeball that could catch it, and I damaged it well enough because I had a badass Charizard, or because, you know, Charizard rocks. Yeah. Fuck if you don't like Charizard. Like I can live, like, look, if, like, again, total nerd tangent, like,
I got a Bulbasaur, but that's cool.
No, that's what I was gonna say, like, the total nerd tangent joke. Like, we can be friends if you pick Squirtle. We're definitely gonna be friends if you pick Charmander. But if you pick Bulbasaur, I fucking hate you and everything about you.
I fucking hate you too. But I will say this about Mew in you know, real quick before we continue on. I will say this about Mew in Pokemon. Mew is like the Pokemon version of the clitoris. It just couldn't be found.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah, that is true. Because when I picked up Yellow, I played the game through because Yellow was the next game that came out, Red, Blue, then Yellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yellow. And I went back to go
in America anyway.
In America, anyways. And I went back to the same spot where I found Mew, and it took me like 3 weeks to find him. And I was like, you know what? It wasn't this hard on my Red version. This is bullshit.
Yep. Like, so I'll just put my Red version on my Yellow. A Red View on my Yellow.
But again, that was before. I mean, to do that on your Red and Blue, you had to have a second Game Boy and a data transfer cable, which back in those days was like super fucking rare to have.
Yeah, this was before emulators, and you have 2 no money Game Boy Advances hooked up with the fake cable.
Exactly. But no, like we're talking about with the random generator in games. I mean, just, oh my god, how many times have you beaten a game? And I think we all can contest this because you memorize the pattern of like Sunrie was saying. We memorize the pattern of the guard. Oh, he walks this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. So I'm gonna walk here, 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 here. And I passed him, and I didn't have to fight him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Well, imagine like Legend of Zelda when those guards were walking around.
Yeah, and that's made to seem random, but they're working within a very limited algorithm.
Yeah, and you actually see it after a while.
Yep. Now, on our second topic, because we're kind of talking about computing, stuff like that, is this whole new Schrodinger's Cat 2.0 massive fucking leap.
Meow, meow, fucking
quantum,
meow.
Yeah, quantum computing. This is amazing. Right now, we're recording this on 5/27. This happened, I want to say, about 12, maybe 13 hours ago. This news story broke.
So new that, in fact, when Sunrie told me, I haven't even heard about it yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Googling it right now
I got a text from Sunrie when I was at work today, and he's like, dude, there's some major shit going on. And
Yeah.
scientific stuff. And I'm like,
Nerd boner.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Scientific stuff? Is the world gonna end? He's like, no, this is what's going on. I'm like, oh, this might be a good topic.
Yeah, because, we were originally going to talk about Castlevania tonight, but all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, the two massive fucking science things just came through. We need to talk about this. So, for those of you who haven't heard, basically what science has managed to do is take Schrodinger's cat and put him in 2 boxes at once. This is possible because...
Hold on. I don't want to ever,
That's true. Okay, so for people who have just discovered us...
If you guys do not know what Schrodinger's cat is, and if you never watched The Big Bang Theory, because I love to bring it up on that, and this is the base... so we got to explain this first. So Schrodinger's cat is basically a theory that if you were to put a cat in a box and you were to release a poison at a random time while the cat is in the box,
basically you would use a nuclear decay rate. So, and since the nuclear decay rates at a subatomic quantum level exist in all states at the same time. So you don't know when the gas is being released, but you know at some time, at some point, at any time, that gas
will be released. And until the gas is released, because you don't know, while you're staring at the closed box with the cat inside, the cat is both simultaneously dead and alive. And until you open the box and take a look, you will not know what the situation is inside the box.
Basically, curiosity killed the cat. It's where we get the saying.
Yeah.
Now, this was a joke at the time with Schrodinger, because he was saying how ridiculous this is scaled up. Now, the theory is still true at the subatomic quantum level, that the particles exist in all states, possible waves, heavy, light, alive, dead at the same time, because at that level, shit is weird.
Yeah.
And it's just showing how weird it is scaled up. So, basically, like Gambit was just saying, you have this theorem that basically says, until you observe something and it collapses into one thing, which is what the outcome is, and it's observable, you have to assume that it's all things at the same time. So the cat has to be both alive and dead. Well, science has now been able to...
Hold on. Let's put a pause in that real quick, because I do want to talk about that, because that is a very fascinating theory in itself. And just to blow your minds a little bit on that one all the time, the first time I experienced Schrodinger's cat in a very weird way, I was in high school, and we were in the keyboarding class, not computers, keyboarding as in piano. I play piano, and the headphones were plugged into the electric keyboard. Well, as I was hitting the note, I couldn't hear any music, but then I would grab my headphones and then pull it up to my ear, and then I would hear the music. The same could be said about music. That note is both non-existent and at the same time is existent until I put on my headphones.
Right.
And it's because when I put on my headphones and I hear the note or not hear the note that it becomes an actual fact, like an actual reality in that moment, which is a fascinating point of view when you really get into Schrodinger's cat 1.0.
Yes.
Because we really don't know. And again, I bring up the Big Bang Theory because they talk about it a lot in the Big Bang Theory, especially in the first couple episodes. And they dumb it down to relationship goals where they're talking about Penny and fucking, what's his name, Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I don't know if I like him, and I don't know if, if I do like him or if I don't like him. And it's like, and he broke down Schrodinger's cat. Until you take that leap, until you open that box, until you put on that headphones, until you jump into whatever situation you're in that moment, until you open the box, all possibilities are happening simultaneously, and that is just a mind fuck in itself. That is just science taking a dick to your brain.
Yeah, and it's very important to, even if you don't understand it, it's important to know. And I'm going to be serious right now. Anyone who has ever taken theoretical physics, and even people who are physicists by trade, smart motherfuckers, still look at this and go, yeah, it's true, but we don't know why.
Smart motherfuckers so smart that they make other smart motherfuckers look retarded.
Yeah, we're talking Einstein, Stephen Hawking motherfucker type stuff.
Hey, Einstein was a fucking idiot.
The sound of one hand clapping.
Yeah, Plato, Socrates, morons.
Morons.
Movie references.
Movie references. Yeah. So getting into Schrodinger 2.0, take it away.
Okay, now it's very important to understand what Schrodinger's cat 1.0 is even if you don't really understand it, as long as you know what it is, and don't worry about not being able to grasp it, because
It's
people
difficult.
who grasp it are liars, because our brains aren't made to work this way.
It's difficult.
Yeah. Now,
See, I disagree. I disagree with it. It's not difficult to grasp because, again,
well, you can grasp it, but at the same time, it's one of those that is so counterintuitive.
It's one of those theories that is, like I said, it's such a mind fuck. If you just sat down and thought about it, it's one of those gigantic mind fucks where you could sit there, like, honestly, that cat. And this is let me fuck your brains a little bit more. If I actually did this experiment, I would sit and just ponder for so long if that cat was alive or dead, that cat would probably die by the time I opened the box, because I took so long to think about it. And did it die not because of the timer, or did it die because I took so long pondering the meaning of if it was still alive or dead inside the box?
You were pondering the meaning of its life.
Yeah.
And it died. Yeah. You were pondering the meaning of its life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hell of a fucking theory. It really is, and I don't even pretend to be like I'm an expert on Schrodinger's cat, because I am not. It is a mind fuck in itself, because then you really start getting into it, and you really start getting into the fact of, like, when you talk about the reality that the cat is both alive and dead. Now what you're really talking about is simultaneous existence happening at the same time.
And at the subatomic quantum level, it does. Now, this is where shit gets fucking even harder and weirder. Okay, so science has now said, hey, guess what? Through superpositioning, we can take Schrodinger's cat and put it into 2 boxes at once. Now, there's not 2 cats. That is very fucking important here. This is 1 cat in the exact same state in 2 boxes. So imagine taking a rose and putting it in a box, and oh my god, that rose is also in this box. I know, it's weird. This is how this works. I am not fucking with you.
This is like the Fly kind of shit.
Yes, through quantum physics and quantum theories, and it's pretty much provable, and superpositioning, you can have one thing in 2 different locations, but they're connected. It's the same one thing. This is why I'm saying shit gets even weirder. So, we have now put Schrodinger's cat in 2 boxes, but it's just 1 cat. Weird, I know.
Here's a question.
What?
Can we get a Schrodinger's porn star?
Okay, we'll put Schrodinger's porn star in 2 different boxes.
Thank you.
So, okay, the best way that I've heard this put, I'm going to use this in the cat terms, and I'll use it in the pornography way, is there's an eyeball in one box and a heartbeat in the other box. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Belongs to the same creature, but it's in 2 different boxes. So you've got the mouth in one side and a hole in the other for the porn star.
You got a mouth and a butthole.
Yeah, you got a mouth, a butthole. You know, basically whatever holes you want, it's in the other box. So that's Schrodinger's porn star.
That's yeah. You heard it here, guys.
Schrodinger's porn star. We're coining a new term here.
Yeah.
So because subatomic quantum physics is fucking weird, through superpositioning, you can make that cat both alive and dead, at the same time in 2 different locations. However, this is where it gets even weirder. There is actually only 1 true state the cat is in. So basically, think of it this way. That cat is alive in this box and dead in this box. However, when you open both boxes, it's actually dead in both boxes. Or it's alive in both boxes.
It's almost like a weird dimensional thing, if you want to.
Yeah.
If you want to think of it that way.
No, the way I think of it, and just to dumb it down a shade, because when I'm reading it, the way I picture it is it's literally 2 cars on 2 roads, and the second it opens, it merges into 1 lane.
Yes, and it becomes 1 car again.
Yeah. So
basically, what this means is, for quantum computing, because bits are made of 1 and zeros, it technically requires 2 things to become 1 thing. By making a quantum computer through superpositioning, I can have 1 subatomic particle be both the 1 and the 0 at the same time. So 1 bit really is 1 thing existing in 2 different states. The way I explained this to my wife was, I have a garden hose. My garden hose shoots water. Now I've got another hose that only sucks water. Now I bring them both together through superpositioning, and my hose is both shooting water and spitting water at the same rate, not interfering with itself. It's very strange.
Here's a
but
question.
It works. Now, here's before I let you continue here.
Yeah.
This is where this is super goddamn important. At the scale that they did this in, with 2 aluminum cavities, which I believe were 1 inch by 1 inch.
Okay.
It was an 86% error-free rate.
That
is fucking amazing, because 99% of computing in a quantum computer will have to be going to error correction. The issue becomes if there is a corrupt data on one level of the subatomic particle. Let's say it's in the 1 state and not the 0 state. The 0 state will reflect that same error, and you will not know what's wrong. And let's say you have 9 particles, and a 10th one is there correcting issues. One of those 9 disappears with information. It's gone forever. You cannot get it back. I'm not talking about having a dead pixel on the screen or a hole in a donut or missing. No, those are something. It's gone. It never existed. It's gone. There's nothing. Like the never-ending story. Well, was there a hole? No. Was there darkness? No. That would be something. There was nothing. It doesn't exist. It will never come back. It never existed because subatomic quantum physics is weird. That also means it never existed before.
Give me a name, Sunrie. Give me a name.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a name. It is fucking gone. You can never recover it. A corrupt image on a phone, if you accidentally delete, let's say you delete an image on a phone or a hard drive, you can retrieve that. There might be some errors, but you can retrieve it. You cannot retrieve it because it does not exist.
It's gone on 2 planes.
Exactly. That is the problem with quantum. However, how they're doing this might fix that. We might have computers so fucking powerful with certain processes, we will suddenly be colonizing other planets. This is massive.
Oh yeah, it might be like Star Trek before you know it. But
exactly, those are quantum computers in Star Trek.
My question was this, you pretty much answered it almost more or less. Imagine how this breakthrough is going to handle space as far as, not space as far as, the final frontier, but space as far as like hard drive space.
Yes, and also think about the computing processing. If you need something that takes, right now, 20 years of running algorithms and processes, and now you can run that through a medical database that can solve it in 20 seconds, the cures and the understanding that we can come up with now, boom, just opened up the fucking world.
I demand these computers have the Star Trek lady's voice.
Right?
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
No, it's a fascinating time to really be alive in what we're doing with computers and what we're doing with quantum physics and what we're doing with time and space relativity. It's honestly just mind blowing because I've always had a very firm belief when it comes to time. We were talking a little bit of it off podcast, but this could prove just how time runs, which I would love to be right. I would, if I was right. Imagine if I was right, and then you'd be like, "Yeah, this guy Gambit that we knew, who worked at fucking a video game store, already knew what time was before anybody else did."
Yeah, I mean, now think about the quantum processing power. And the true randomness. We could actually have androids in games that are so true to life that a leaf blowing in there is calculated exactly how it should move. No more. Yeah, clothing does not clip through hair anymore. I mean, all kinds of awesome fucking shit.
Put it in a room.
Well, and you know what this gets into? Yeah. And you know what this gets into? Which, by the way, I didn't mention it when we first opened up. Nice to be on the podcast with you, Sunrie. It's been a while, dickface.
Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm back in Nevada. I'm literally sitting here doing the podcast in my underwear, drinking Jack Daniels. It's a good time to be alive.
Oh, you're not the only one in your underwear. It's cool.
But imagine this, because we talked about this in a couple podcasts ago when you weren't here, and I missed you, and I cried into my ice cream. But imagine
I'm starting to feel unappreciated here.
Well, you're always here. It's easy to forget you.
God damn it!
We take you for granted.
It's one of those things where the quantum computing and the mathematical algorithms that we're talking about can be applied to what me and what Wild were talking about. Which, by the way, Wild was one of my dearest memories. Was talking about fucking virtual reality.
Yes.
Oh, imagine what we can do with virtual reality.
Full dives. That's what I want. I want goddamn Sword Art Online full dive.
Yes.
Well, and here's the thing, but here's where this is where my brain gets, I guess I've just watched way too much, and Wild said it best before the podcast. Fucking Skynet is real, bitches.
Skynet's happening.
And that was a quantum computer as well.
Yes.
It was a quantum computer that actually can learn and do physics and stuff. One of these days we're gonna ask the supercomputer what the meaning of life is, and it's gonna be like 42 or peanut butter.
Use the wiki, bitches.
If you don't get that reference, I don't want to be your friend.
It's the meaning of life.
Skynet
everything.
Is self-aware.
Yeah.
No, and that's
there's
just the idea of that it could exist in all states. It's just amazing because like when I was a younger man and I would just think about different things and life and the meaning of life and just different possibilities in reality.
Butthole.
Yeah.
While I was fingering my butthole, because honestly, I do a lot of my good thinking while fingering my butthole.
The Martian Brown Pinky.
Oh, that was hard. It was hard. It was hard to drink my soda when you said that. I was like, I was doing everything I could not to spit out my fucking drink.
Well, one of the things I used to think about all the time is that life is nothing more than a series of choices. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go up? Do I go down? That's basically the premise of Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
If I cross the street now, do I get hit by a car? Yes. Well, if I cross the street in 2 minutes, then I cross the street safely and my life continues, and then I go to work. And then if I go to work, there's so many choices that we make on a daily basis, both consciously and unconsciously. And the idea that all these things are happening simultaneously until we make the choice, which is basically Schrodinger's cat in a nutshell. That's why it's such a mind. That's why it's such a mind fuck to actually be able to compute these programs and see this could mathematically predict our lives. And it's just like you could see all the outcomes of your life, all the way down to like dying from a fucking aneurysm to fucking living to 80 and choking on a dick. It's like
dying during
well, at that point you are pretty dry.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, so it's like it's fascinating stuff because I love to sit down and I would get like super mind blown on these things all the time and just read these articles of these guys way smarter than me, and I by no means am I taking credit for any of this shit because this is not me. This is just me going online and reading shit and just thinking about it. And I love thinking about like shit like this, man, because like, man, it is so crazy just to think about, well, and people do it all the time in hindsight. They always think about, man, well, if I didn't do this, then the whole butterfly effect.
Yes.
Well, if I didn't do this, I wouldn't have ended up here. People ask me all the time, well, if you can go back in time and, do things differently, would you? I was like, fuck no, because I actually love the way my life has turned out. What I'm more curious about is the choices I'm going to have later. I don't look back. I'm not going that way. I look forward. And what I would love to know, though, is I would love to know the choices. Who doesn't want the cheat codes to life and know that if I turn left, if I turn right? Who doesn't want to know if Schrodinger's cat is alive or dead before I open the box? And then I open the box.
To life.
Yeah, it's up, down, left, right, balls, ass, start.
I always thought there was no cow level.
No, that's more of a life lesson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now this is a good lead into, and I'm not talking about the cow level in the balls and the ass.
Yeah, you are.
Gambit, I wanted you to save this because we were about to get into it before the podcast, and I not into it like I don't agree with you, but I know where you were going with this.
Your linear
perception.
Okay, so first. So I have I believe that time, first of all, is straight linear. Now, before I get into this, because I can hear nerd rages.
Just stop typing, assholes. Let him explain.
Yeah.
Let me explain. So first of all, let me explain like this and say this: that first of all, time is invented by man. I'm not talking about time as a time on a clock. I'm not talking about time set by well, our Earth rotates one rotation, that's 1 day, and then we rotate around the sun, so that's 1 year. No, fuck that noise. That's not what I'm talking about. Because that's bullshit. I'm talking about actual time of presence of human existence throughout the ages. I believe that time is completely linear for each individual. So that means that that everything that I am supposed to do and every walk that I am on is exactly what I am supposed to do. To make this a reference, it's Back to the Future. One of the things that used to drive me crazy about Back to the Future all the time was when – you guys remember in Back to the Future when he busts out the whiteboard? Very memorable scene.
Oh, yes.
And he talks about how the time skewed into this tangent. The time didn't skew anywhere, motherfucker. You have that wrong, Doc Brown. Time isn't skewing anywhere. You guys are on a linear time base all the time. So that means if me, on this walk, 31 years old, and I'm using air quotes with that, invent a time machine right now, and I go back to 1944, and I shoot Hitler in the face while he's taking a shit, and then prevent World War II, and then everything changes from that, butterfly effects, and then I come back to this point in the time of 2012 with the changes then made. I did not skew anything. I was supposed to do that. This is my linear walk. This is what I am supposed to do. Now,
basically,
if
the Trunks paradox from Dragon Ball Z.
Manifest destiny.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit of where I'm supposed to experience this.
The time traveler's immunity.
Exactly. I'm
less,
supposed to experience this. This is what I am supposed to be experiencing. Now, one of the things that I love, and the reason why I love Doctor Who, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan.
Things get all timey-wimey.
Things get all timey-wimey, but what I love about it is where he talks about there's one big thing that Doctor Who fans, and I get into debates with Doctor Who fans all the time when they say it all the time. The Doctor says, I cannot go back to my own timeline.
Yes, he can't cross his own time stream.
He cannot. Because
those are fixed points in his timeline.
Exactly, because his time is linear.
Yep. And he's actually said that, I think.
That's exactly my point. He cannot, if he went to Rome and then went to Greece, he cannot then go back to Rome and then shake his own hand. He cannot do that because time is linear. He's always moving forward, and you really got to wrap your heads around this. Because time is it is that. That's why I love that expression, timey wimey wobbly wobbly bits. It is because you are still moving forward, and then there are fixed moments in time that you cannot fix. There are things that just will happen. Period, no matter what you do, and you have no control over that, even if you have said knowledge, like the episode where he went back to Pompeii. Yeah. This volcano is going to erupt. There is no way I can stop it, and there's no way I can fix these people. It sucks they're going to die. That's not my linear timeline. That's theirs. Yeah,
it's always – and he even said, he goes, no matter what I do in the past, no matter what I do in the future, no matter who I save, no matter who I lose, this volcano always erupts. Always.
Because it's on a linear timeline.
You got to get on a
must.
Even though it turns out that he, according to Doctor Who, is the cause of allowing it to do so because he needed to destroy those creatures.
Right, and there is a lot when you get into time. You get into a lot of, but that goes in with Schrodinger's cat is that, and again we can circle. My premise goes back into Schrodinger's cat is people always say that yes, it does exist in two states. Sure does. Yeah. Sure does, because while I'm standing on my linear timeline and I can choose to go left or right, both are existing until I make the choice.
Yes, and actually, remember there was an episode where was it Donna? I want to say it was Donna. She goes to a gypsy's tent and she ends up with that creature on her back who makes her see what the timeline would have been had she gone right instead of or left instead of right and met that one day and ended up not meeting the doctor. And it was one of those where she's like, no, this isn't right. This is not my timeline. And it was one of those, this is what would have happened if you hadn't. But it doesn't actually change the fact that you did.
Exactly, because it's my timeline.
Yes.
I cannot go back and that's another thing that drives me nuts about movies and time travel. If I go back in time, I cannot fix what I have already done.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Chrono Trigger. You go okay. So for those of you who've never played this game, and for those of you who've had this will explain it. If you go into the future and you open up one of the chests, you get red mail. You go into the past, you get red mail. But if you go into the past and open it but don't take it out, then go into the future, you get Nova mail. This also has to do with Fiona's forest and everything else. They are experiencing a timeline in a linear fashion
The world is
It
linear.
only appears. And they even talk about this in the Dream Forest.
Oh, yeah.
When they're saying something wants us to experience these events, we are not changing anything.
Exactly.
They are only experiencing things that they are supposed to in a linear fashion.
Yeah. That game's actually a really good example.
It really is.
And Doctor Who goes again. I love Doctor Who because they really do talk a lot about different time theories.
Love Doctor Who.
Oh, me too. I'm
definitely a Whovian.
I didn't get on that bandwagon.
Since Bob Baker as the Doctor, I have been following Doctor Who, and I've gone through and watched some of the older episodes. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I never got to jump on that bandwagon, unfortunately.
Yeah. It speaks to me in my nerd sense.
I'm glad.
And I'm part British, so...
A lot of people love this show. God bless them for doing it. I just never got into it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's really funny, and I tell people all the time, is because this is how much of a Whovian I am, for all the Whovians out there, and we're totally tangenting, but Doctor Who has been my bad wolf.
Yes.
One of the biggest things about a linear timeline that you cannot stop different events, again, in Doctor Who, is the end of the universe.
Yep.
The end of the universe will happen, period. Whether it be trillions of years from now, zillions of years, how many numbers that we want to put onto it, it will happen. You can't fix it.
Well, just like there's going to be the end of the sun eventually.
Yep. Or
exactly.
or tomorrow when the Daleks come through a time portal and destroy everything.
And rape her women.
Yeah. It's going to happen at some point.
Exactly. And that is just one of the things that I just absolutely love when you talk about theory and time and what we're doing with these computers is because we're just trying to just understand. And at the end of the day, we're really just trying to understand this thing that we call time and this thing that we call existence. And when you get into philosophy, which is something that is another passion of mine, you know, and to say it best, and it's funny, all of the philosophy I ever read and all the different, you know, deep thinkers and deep thoughts out there, nothing about time was ever more summed up perfectly than in fucking Kung Fu Panda. You know,
that's actually true.
Oh God,
no, it is. It's perfect when he says, you know, tomorrow's a mystery. Yesterday's history. Tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Well, we're always living in the present. We're always moving forward. And again, just my own personal thing, which I absolutely love, and why I love tattoos, and why I love people with scars and, you know, just dents on their body and dings on their bodies, because those things on your body are really the only thing that you have to prove that the past was truly real.
Yep.
You know, that you lived through an event, that you saw something, that you were there through some time, because even our memories are fleeting, and in people's memories are fleeting with time, because I mean, shit, we all three of us right now could watch the same event unfold in life and take away from it different things, you know. People all the time. I mean
shit, after my accident, and which, like I said, I don't have it on my Facebook anymore because I don't have Facebook anymore. But I have short-term memory problems, numbers and stuff like that.
I'm constantly reminding him of stuff.
Yeah, but I remember conversations.
Yeah.
But certain things, like I will still go and open a soda, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting on the couch going, "Could really use a soda," and I go back in there, I'm like, I opened it, and I just never picked it back up.
I'm starting to do that too. It's called old age.
Well, yeah, but I actually have a short-term memory problem, but it, you know, certain things like that. You start mixing times and events and stories from other people and stuff like that. That's the thing about, like, again, because we're just bringing it back full circle. Schrodinger's cat. If we did the exact same experiment, all three of us right now, we all get it, and this would be really, really fucked up if we actually all did it. Yeah. But if we did the experiment and all three of us grab a cat, we put it in a box, we put the time delay poison on it, all three of us could do the exact same experiment and have a different outcome and a different experience.
Oh, yeah.
Because of our personal linear experience through what we call time. But all the outcomes were possible. All the outcomes were possible. All the outcomes were probable. And we could have experienced all the three the same things, you know? And not just the cat being alive or dead, but shit, what if you open the box and the cat jumps out and mauls your face?
Yeah, you know,
right.
You know,
it's a monster cat now because it's been, you know, subjected to... Yeah. But if you, the listener, wants to donate a cat, you can reach us.
I don't know how my chihuahuas would act, but yeah.
Well, and you know, one of the other ones, you know, the other one that I really got into, which is nothing about time or this podcast at all, just one that I love, which I think our listeners would get a kick off too, is Pavlov's dog is another great theory. the bell ringing, which is another great one. There's so many good things with what we're doing with science and with time and computers, and just I love the time that we live in. People always ask me all the time, if you could travel back in time, where would you go? Fucking nowhere. Do you understand how wonderful this time and day age? Like I love.
Well, we got our problems too, but that's different.
Yeah,
There's
and
always time the problem.
Yeah, and honestly, I love, and people who know me know that I fucking love the goddamn Renaissance Fair, and I would love to spend 10 seconds there, but in that time. But the truth is, we romanticize stuff. We forget there wasn't medicine, there wasn't deodorant, there weren't sanitary napkins.
It was horrible.
There wasn't toothpaste. The fact that half the
food.
Where you're shitting in a pot if you're lucky to toss it out. The French used to piss and shit on their second and third story floors.
Shower
if they're rich enough.
A month if you're lucky.
There wasn't the showers. It's half the population is dead from some disease that they don't know what it's from. People are going in and cutting open cadavers and doing autopsies and then going to deliver a baby and killing the mothers. By affecting them. Everyone's saying it sucked, but we fantasize about it and romanticize it. And I write stories about it and stuff like that, which I'm not going to self-promote right now. But it's right now is fucking awesome. It's cool to think about to visit, but if you really think about how long it would have you would have to stay there and the problems facing. I mean, even look at movies. You've got things where like First Night with
the Heath Ledger.
Yeah, with Heath Ledger.
A Knight's Tale.
No. I'm talking about First Night with Martin Lawrence.
Oh, my bad. First Night with Martin
Lawrence. Or I remember reading a story where I want to say he was 16 or 17 years old and he fell into an old mine shaft and he hit his head. And he wakes up in little
King Arthur's Court.
No. This is where this guy is like in Oklahoma or Kansas or something like that, and they're hiking. Him and a friend are hiking around the hill, and he falls. It's a book.
Okay.
And he falls. He hits his head. And nerds, please! I've been trying to find this book for decades, and I can't remember it because of my accident. But he falls. He hits his head. He wakes up in pretty much like Little House on the Prairie era.
Oh, that's nice.
But he finds out that he can read people's minds. And at the end of the book, he's being chased by these people who realize what he can do, and they think that he's possessed by the devil. And he ends up running out of the mine shaft, and instead of the 3 years he spent there, it's only been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And but think about that extended experience. But what these don't cover and talk about, the shower, the clothing, how do you really communicate with people?
Shit was everywhere.
Yeah, there's all these other logistical problems. So now in today's era is awesome. It would be cool to visit, but you got to think about all these stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing too. Not only were women hairy. Let's get into that. One of the things that just kind of drives me a little crazy, and this is gonna make me sound so bad. But when you talk about like movies and TV shows that do era of Renaissance time and back in those days,
more healthy,
as you would say,
yeah,
and
people were not 30 years old. No. The grown man was they were 15.
You were lucky
when a girl got married. Yeah, if you got married, you were getting married at 12.
Yeah, the exceptions where people were talking about how great a person was, they lived to 40, 50, maybe 60, and they were considered, wow, look at how awesome this person is. Because how I live not far, and I don't care if people know the area that I live in. I live about 15 minutes from Virginia City. You go to that cemetery, the average age of people buried up there is 23 years old.
Sounds about right.
Because they would go and they would work the mines, they would die, or they'd get piss fucking drunk and fight each other and die.
To the death.
And die.
And
you forget, it's like, oh my God, all these people are 10, 15 years younger than me. And I'm not, because some of them are a lot younger than me. They're like 15, 16 years old. Yeah. But it's like, my God, these people are 10 to 15 years younger than me. And there's a lot of babies who are 3 to 6 months old. People were dying just because they were alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, shit sucked. Now is cool.
Yeah.
Now is amazing.
There's a difference, and like you said, we like to romanticize the past because we think it's so much easier because there was no this or there was no that, fill in the line, fill in the blank with what have you, but it's it's just I think it's a natural thing for people to do, You know, like, oh, it'd be
Well,
great to live in those days because, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And you're right, the movies do fucking, like, make it even better because let's look at the women. The women look beautiful. The guys are, like, dashing. Well, let's be honest. They're hairy. In reality, they'd be hairy, stinky, and probably wouldn't have all their teeth.
That's another thing. Like, a couple of the nuances
Yes.
that pissed me off is, like, if you weren't royalty, your hair would be dreadlocked.
Yes.
Period. If you had long hair, you had a dreadlock. And another big consistency too is why I love this place, why I love this time and era that we live in, is because I love having first world problems. I was at work today. Here's the best example of first world problems that I realized that I was bitching about first world problems. I have money. I have money in my bank account, which is a rare thing for me. Well, I got two examples, which are both great, but this one was literally today. I was sitting at work and I was 15 minutes away from my lunch break. And I couldn't decide where I wanted to go to eat.
Yeah. Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'm a bigger asshole than you today then, because I was on a cell phone on 3G bitching about how slow it was. Fuck me, I'm the asshole.
I was mad a place that I wanted to go eat was closed.
Right?
You know,
You
Right.
have the
I went
choice.
to White
I
Top
love
and-
the
and White
I love
Top
the
was
fact
closed, I
I
was
can bitch about
mad.
this.
How
Yeah.
dare you guys be
Here's-
closed at 9 p.m.?
Here's another great thing about first. Do you guys understand that because we're talking? I know we're way off tangent at this point, but
Yeah.
do you guys understand
Fourth
that
topic.
honestly?
Yes.
This fourth topic. This honestly, I love this period in time because honestly, I would probably be dead by now just because of a tooth issue.
That's true. Me
And I
too,
said- and I said
because I had that tooth rot, and I might
Yep.
send the pictures to Wild,
Well,
so
honestly,
we post it
yeah.
up.
honestly, Sunrie, how many times have we been like
We
had the
should have
flu?
died.
The flu.
The
alone,
flu.
or
Yeah,
even
the flu
food
alone.
poisoning.
Food poisoning, dude. You know how many times I should have died from food poisoning
Well,
alone?
I know one time, especially when you were here for Halloween, when we
Yeah,
both
well,
got it.
we both should have been dead.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
and
that
that-
was horrible.
And that's my point. Is like today, it was like 4 days ago, literally like four. Well, no, but it's been a week now because I've been on this nice medicated stupor. So much so that I haven't even been playing on my PS4. But what happened was,
Oh my god, you poor thing.
I know,
No, dude,
I know,
Fuck.
I know.
My internet's
what
only
happened was-
60 megabytes per second. I'm pissed.
What happened was I was sitting at work and I was eating something. I don't remember what I was eating at this point, and my wisdom tooth broke.
Oh,
And I've got
yep.
well, I'm lucky. I've got a big ass mouth because I talk a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
It's
God
hurting.
And-
bless him.
And so I broke my wisdom tooth. So I went to the dentist to have it extracted. And I went in, and as they were grabbing the tooth to pull it out, the tooth shattered in the guy's pliers.
Yeah, I was
So
lucky
I
didn't.
had to go down to another place to have dental surgery, which they had to cut a big
Yep.
chunk of my gums out both
Yep.
sides, and then grab it from there and pull it out. Which they got it out, thank God. But here's the thing about that, guys. This is another thing that we talk about this day and age is. If this was back in the Renaissance era, it would have been like I broke my tooth and it's really hurting and I can't even stand up because the pain is so bad. They would have been like, well, lay down and die.
Yep.
Like
Die.
that's
Bring out your dead.
Sucks to you. Paiasu domine
Your dead.
estra esses requiem.
So there's one more topic we got to talk about, and it was something that Gambit brought up that definitely we're gonna rage about.
Yep.
I feel really special tonight. I feel like I bring up good topics.
Well, I think
Yes,
to
you
think earlier.
Yeah.
You did tell me to think, and I thought about a lot of things. And I guess no, you know what, Wild, you bring us into this one because this happened to you first.
Okay, well, there was one day where I decided
One day, a long time ago.
Yeah, one day in a galaxy far, far away
1,000 years
California.
ago.
in California, I decided to go to my parents' house. Left my computer on. I'm like, good computer, you do your thing. Go ahead and defrag or what the fuck I want you doing. I go over there and hang out with my parents for a few hours. My parents live like I want to say like 6 or 7 blocks away. It's not that far. You know, it's not like it's across town or nothing. I go there, come back 2 hours later. I notice my computer's off. Why is my computer off? I move my mouse. Welcome to Windows 10.
Dun dun dun.
When the fuck did I ask to have Windows 10 installed into my computer? Microsoft raped my computer. Raped my computer. I was like, oh God. Never did I ask for Windows 10, but they're like, we're going to give this to you anyway. It's like my computer was at a fucking convention, and they slipped it a fucking roofie.
It was pretty much a date with Kobe Bryant.
Oh God, yeah, it was gonna happen. So my question is this: Windows, what right do you fucking? Okay, I'm gonna say this right now because I'm sure you guys agree too. We talked about this. Windows 10 is awesome, but
yes,
I do like Windows 10. I will admit, Windows 10, I like you.
Microsoft,
I like you too.
Microsoft, have a seat. Let's talk.
Just because at the end of it you go, that dick wasn't so bad, doesn't mean it wasn't rape.
Microsoft. What right do you have to access my computer, my PC, personal computer, and fist it with your fucking program until it's in there?
I'm pretty sure it's the EULA, the End User License Agreement, that says we can rape you at any point.
I guess it's probably like in small font. Well, anyway, what brought this up, because I've already talked to these two about this, and it frustrated me, and I even put it on Twitter. I called Windows out on it, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, but there was something this and that. We warned you." No, you fucking didn't. You kept saying download file. You kept, and everyone have seen this because they were whoring that shit out. Every day there'd be a pop window.
Get Windows 10,
computer.
TWX,
Exactly.
.exe.
Exactly.
I kept trying to disable that, and I couldn't. And it's gotten to the point where I couldn't on my net because my netbook cannot handle it.
It was.
I'm not on my netbook now, but because I'm afraid that it's going to force it, and I won't have a computer netbook anymore.
But it was rape. So that right there, that isn't a warning, and there doesn't say. And as far as I'm concerned, it never said anything about forcing your system to have Windows. When I bought this computer, I bought it with Windows 7.
Yeah.
Okay?
I liked 7 too.
So did I. But
and I didn't mind 8. I actually was one of the few people who looked at 8 and went, I kind of get it. I like it.
It was almost 8 reminded me of whatever happened after
like a smartphone.
98. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Windows
kind of pointless,
XL.
but it was nice.
Yeah, there wasn't very many
XP.
updates. XP, thank you. There wasn't very many updates, but it was it was still nice. The plug and play was a little better. But anyway, what brought this up was Gambit came and said something earlier. And he says, well, I had a problem with the Wild had, and he went into it. And Gambit, you can take it away from here.
Yeah, so basically, I got almost the exact same story. So what happened to me is earlier tonight, the guys tried to call me up for the podcast, and it was saying that I was offline and I needed to update Skype. Yep. And I have.
Yep.
It's funny. I'm apparently recording this offline, which is amazing. I'm fucking magical. Schrodinger's cat. I am both on and offline at the same time.
A wizard did it.
A wizard.
I am. So what happened was, I go to work, and now for the past, I don't know, a lot of months, it's been asking me, would you like to update to Windows 10? And I keep politely saying no. Basically my story is that Windows 10 came up to me in a bar and was like, "Sir, would you like some dick?" And I was like, "You know what? I really appreciate the offer of dick, but I'm going to enjoy my apple tea, and I'm just going to chill here."
Okay, now, in Windows 10's defense, you were drinking an apple teeny.
Yeah.
That is true. So I go to work. The tooth thing happened, and for anybody who's ever had a wisdom tooth pulled out, you know that they give you some pretty strong medication that will send you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I saw time pass through. I was tripping.
Dude, the stuff they gave me, I know what pepper sounds like.
Pepper.
Right. So pepper sounds like I love it. So I've been out of commission, not on my PS4. I've been barely being able to go to work. It's been a bit of a debacle, but finally I kick up out of my drug-induced coma a couple days ago. I open up my laptop and I was like, you know what? It's time for me to catch up on my porn because I've missed a couple days.
Yeah. Well, that just means you have more to flip through.
It does. I fully agree. But I feel like Pornhub's likes went down because I was off for a couple days.
That's
Yeah.
Some people got some much needed rest.
Yes.
Right. Anyways, I open my laptop and all of a sudden it's like, "Hello, Gambit," and I was like, and Gambit's my handle for everything.
Yep, that's what
"Hello,
happened to me."
So I opened my laptop and I was like, "Hello, Gambit. Welcome to Windows 10." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Wait, what now?"
It mocks you. It fucking mocks you.
So here's it. So I open it up and it prompts me. It says, "None of your files are still here. Please feel free to peruse your computer and make sure that all your files are still here."
And they're not. They're not.
No. I had the good experience. All my files were here.
Okay, because when I updated my wife's, everything was gone. Her pictures, her music, everything. It just went, "Fuck you. Welcome to Windows 10."
Jesus.
Hold on. I'm getting to my rant, which is gonna make me real mad.
Yeah.
So I open it up, I peruse it now, and thank God that my stuff was there because I'm gonna get a little sensitive. I'm gonna
Gigs
turn
of
down the
porn.
mood music.
Old porn.
No, I do have gigs of home movies. It's all the changes.
Take or leave it if I please.
But I have
like Enya.
It's Inya's version of it.
but I have gigs of home movies and pictures of my son.
Yeah.
And not to get too political or sappy out there, I miss my son every day. He lives in California. I live in Colorado until I can move out to California and be back with my son. So if I would have lost those files, I would have been literally distraught. Like it was the first time in my life where I can actually feel like I could use that word correctly. So thank God that Windows 10 didn't fuck me in that respect. But I will say this. Yeah. So right now I'm just kind of slightly put out. Now I do like the background. I like Cortana's on there because I have a crush on Cortana and she's got a sexy voice and I like all the things they put onto it. But here's the thing. I just today was gifted by a regular at my work who, oh my God, this person was amazing, gifted me the digital Blu-ray box set of Deadpool.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, super great gift. So I wanted to come home and I wanted to watch the special features and I wanted to watch the deleted scenes and all that stupid shit you get with all the Blu-ray stuff. So I opened up my laptop, I put in my driver, which, mind you, this is a fucking laptop with a built-in DVD drive.
Oh no.
Okay.
God.
Okay, hold on. Let me get there. I put in my Blu-ray thing, I close it, it pops up, and then Windows 10 says, "Welcome to Windows 10 Media Player, the thing you've been using for years that you now have to fucking pay for."
Yep.
Oh, mine doesn't say I have to pay for it.
I can still use it. Yeah, all you have to do is hit no.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
Oh God, thank God. No, I can't use mine. And even hitting, they didn't even give me the option.
There's like a premium. Is what it is. There's like a premium version of it now.
Right.
Fuck you, Microsoft. Yeah. Bill Gates, you give a lot of money to AIDS research. I'm going to fuck you in the ass so you can use that.
I would just
not that I have AIDS. Not that I... Do not read into this. Do not read into this.
It's like a different timeline. That's what it is.
That's right. This is like the Flashpoint paradox.
Yes.
This is the Sunrie that has AIDS. That's given Bill Gates AIDS. I do not have AIDS. God damn it.
We've said AIDS so many times in the last 5 minutes.
I'm gonna say it one more time. AIDS.
But how dare you? How dare you upload? First of all, 3 things. 1, how fucking dare you upload something on my computer that I don't want, that I'm not familiar with, that I haven't had time to educate myself on, learn, or see the pros and cons of the specs, because I'm a super nerd and I want to know all the fucking specs to the software and programs that I'm going to now be using. Second, how dare you change the things that I've been using for years for free and try to charge me for a premium version, which is going to make this run better? How fucking dare you?
Bungie. Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about Microsoft.
And third and foremost, and this is the biggest thing that just drives me fucking crazy, how dare you? How dare you change my background screen?
Oh yeah.
I know
that ticks me off.
But it's just what Wild said. It's my personal PC. Now it takes me all of 5 minutes to change my picture back. It does.
But then you got to find out how to do it because it's different. Right. Well, okay, this is my problem with Windows 10. Check this out. My headset, like before I can plug any headset like earpiece into the little like one prong hole thing, it would work. It doesn't work like that no more. I have to plug it into my fucking actual speakers prong fucking whole thing.
Shit. Yeah, see, well, I'm on a laptop, so I have a USB sound card, so I can use that, and everything comes through here.
My USB works too, but that's what I'm using right now. But I have like an earpiece to where like I used to, like when I do music,
when I plug it right into your
the podcast, exactly. Well, it doesn't work, and if that fucking is there, then why the fuck is that there on my computer if I can't fucking use it?
Because fuck you, old tech. I don't know.
Well, and you just said perfectly right there, old tech. What is Microsoft? What is wrong with old tech? I like my old tech. I like the fact that this isn't obsolete. I still have my fucking Xbox My Xbox, not Xbox 360, not Xbox One, my Xbox.
I got my
I love
and my PS3.
Yeah,
And my PS4,
I
obviously.
I love it. And here's the thing. Like, I get progression and I get wanting to optimize things and do good things with stuff. Because, again, I do like Windows 10. I am a fan of Windows 10. It is actually quite nice.
Despite the rate.
But the thing about it is,
That's true.
But it's a great analogy. I'm sitting in a bar drinking my apple teeny. You roofie me. I have amazing sex with you, but I never consented to it. So thanks for the good sex, but
I'm sorry. Are we on Tumblr?
How dare you? How?
Yeah, but no,
dare you.
seriously, that is a good analogy.
It's no, really. It's not only is it just a.
I know rape is a good analogy. Rape is never a good analogy.
Well, in this case, it's not just a fucked up thing to do, but it also shows just how much control they have of your PC.
Yes.
Let's look at it this way. If they can do this, what else are they doing?
Well, South Park kind of covered this with their whole sent to iPad episode, with the end user agreement thing, where they agreed to be able to be strung together like a human centipede. One person shits into the other person's mouth, and that powers an iPad. And well, why did you agree to this if you didn't actually want to do this? It's kind of the same thing. They're like, well, you read it, so you're in agreement. It's like, well, yeah, but you didn't give me a choice to switch over. I can't switch back.
Yep.
So it's use it or fuck you. You don't have a computer anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's one of the biggest things that I was just talking about with old tech. Like, cool, I love it, but what if I use it and I absolutely hate it? I can't go back. No, fuck you. Why can't I go back? Because fuck you.
It just fucks the computer up.
Yeah, it literally wiped out everything on my wife's computer. Everything.
And she had gigs of porn.
Oh, gigs. I mean, mostly it was stuff I was looking at, but, whatever. Don't judge me.
It wasn't just Windows. It had to, wipe everything because of all the viruses from the porn.
That might have been it. That may have been it. It may have just gone, wow. We're starting fresh.
This is bad. We're just going to have to rebirth this computer.
So there you go, nerds. 5 good topics for you. Let us know what you want to hear in the future, because like we've always said and we've done before, we will do a topic based on your selection. But I'm about 5 Jack and Cokes in. I'm sure you can hear it. I'm feeling good. Wild, anything you want to close on? As in, remember to vote on the Batman versus Superman orchestrated music for me and Gambit. That's right.
If he loses, I have plans for him. If I lose, he has plans for me.
I will say this, just a small. I'm not gonna nerd.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going, but go ahead. Too.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed our videos. I mean, they're not the most well-made videos. Me and Wild kind of threw them together. And you get to put a little bit of at least my face to it, which Wild said I had the most shit-eating grin on my face.
Well, I make sure to put it on the end. It's basically what you see. The first thing you see on the video before you click it is you see that big-ass fucking grin on your face, like, vote for me, bitches.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There is a second edit to that movie, to the little edit that Wild did, and shouts out Wild, you did an amazing job with that edit. I was very happy with it. Yeah, I did not edit that, guys. That was all Wild. So give him a shout out on the videos just because he did a great job. Yeah, give him some love. But here's the thing. I will say this: fuck you, Facebook.
Yeah.
Fuck you right in the face, because we actually. We had the dun 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 dun.
I had the John Abrams music on there.
Yeah, we had John Williams music on there, we had John Williams music on there, and Facebook would not allow us to use John Williams music. Now I don't know
the Batman music.
He could use the Batman music, but we can't use the Superman music. So you know what?
Fuck you, John Williams, because he's the one who. No, actually, okay, hold on. John Williams might not have known. Fuck you, whoever's represented John Williams and putting out that fucking music.
Exactly.
And representing and putting out the fucking strikes on that.
Well, this is how
you
bad
in
it
your
was.
fucking hole.
This is how bad it was. Before you move on, Gambit. This is how bad it was. I literally uploaded it. 2 seconds later, I got something saying, "Oh, this is copyrighted. You can't use this. We're taking it down."
And this is bullshit because, okay, I know the courts don't look at it as to whether or not money's being made on it. It is topical. It is a reference that is valid, and it is commentary. Fuck
seconds.
you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Where's the fair use?
It's 12 seconds of music.
It is, and you know what? And here's the thing too: is I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. But I told this to Wild. I will almost be okay with losing just because of that. Yeah. It made me almost hate the orchestrated music that much more because of it. So I will end on that. But love us, pay attention to us, but also interact with us because we want to interact with you guys. We do this because none of us make money on this. I will because I'm going to start whoring out T-shirts.
Well, you're going to Comic-Con and we're going to whore you out there too.
Oh, so. We're just going to whore you out in a T-shirt.
Which, by the way,
difference. I think you misunderstood what we were talking about.
Which, by the way, I got to tell you guys, I am going to my first Comic-Con.
Oh, it's about time. I went years ago.
You guys are going to be very jealous.
No, 2004.
I am working on a Pyramid Head costume.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
So here's the thing.
Oh, can I be the nurse you're raping?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
And here's one last thing for all you nerds out there. I do have 2 shirts being designed. One is going to say, "Nerd is the new sexy. Enjoy an appletini with us."
How come you didn't run this past me? I love that.
I wanted to surprise you guys as well. I wanted you guys' reactions to be genuine.
Okay.
And the other shirt design is going to be "Nerd is the new sexy. Don't be a baby nerd."
Don't be a baby nerd.
Yeah, baby nerd.
So I will put those on our Facebook once I got the designs up and the shirts up. You can order those online. Hopefully, we will actually, have awesome shirts for you guys to start rocking. And
towards that for sure.
Yeah. And again, we're not sponsored by anybody. We don't push stuff to get us money. We're not doing it. Anything that we put out will only be there to pay for the stuff we're putting out.
Yeah.
We don't want to make money on this. This is something we want you to enjoy. This is here for you. This is a labor of love.
This is fun. Yeah. It's not a job. And it shouldn't be a job. That's why we do this. We like to be the voice of our voice of nerds, be it your voice as well, whether you tell us what you want us to review and or do anything.
Leave us the comments. We love hearing from you. We love the feedback. Talk to us. Yeah. We eat it up.
Yeah, you know what? Well, like I've said in the past, the whole reason that we put this together is that we want to hear not just our reviews on stuff, and we want to hear what you guys think. And we can, and if you want to hear what we think on what you think, hell, say it. We will even bring your name up in the podcast. Hell, I've got Gambit going out asking women why the nerd's the new sexy. So if you are
ladies, if you are a lady and you would like to talk to me about that, again, hit me up on Facebook. I know that
we'll make it a podcast. Yeah, do an interview with Gambit. We will make the entire episode about you.
We've done it. We did it with a very special young lady by the name of
Awkward Moogle.
Awkward Moogle.
Awkward Moogle.
Yes, yeah. Very very fun interview. With that being said and done, like Sunrie said, feel free to contact us. You know what? As always, thanks for listening. And I want to thank...
We have blown up because of you and the community.
Yeah, so...
You've been sharing that. You shared it with 2 friends. They shared it with 2 friends. That's like 100 people.
Yeah, or 12.
Or 12, yeah.
But what I want to say is I love you guys. Thanks a lot for listening. And again, if you guys have a question, comment, and or a complaint, tell us if we're wrong. Because we're not always right about everything.
Oh, God, no. No. We're nerds, we have strong opinions, but at the same time, we might be wrong with an explanation of something. If you've got a better explanation, say so, and we will give you credit and correct ourselves.
Yes. And I'd also like to say
we're not too proud.
Thanks, as always, Gambit, for being with us. You've become a big part of this podcast.
We love it, man. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. This has been a great partnership with you guys. It's been something that I look forward to every week. If you guys want me, it's been a very fun thing for all the listeners out there. I love you guys just as much as Wild does. It blows me away that you guys want to listen to us. It just boggles my fucking mind.
And just to think, all this started from me and Sunrie just talking.
Yeah.
Just talking, going, we should record this.
Yep.
With that being said, everyone, thanks for listening. Stay nerdy, stay sexy, and we love you.
We love you. Good night.
Love you.